Very good morning, students. Today is the 17th May 2021. We are studying the nuclear chemistry. This is the pandemic period, so this is the online lecture which is of your safety. Just study hard and keep improving your skills. It's very important. Read carefully and take the vaccine as early as possible. Be safe. So, nuclear chemistry. You are knowing nuclear is the nucleus which is to be present in an element and which is of having the protons, neutrons and the electrons around it. Nuclear reactions, transmutation, fission and fusion. So these words you have heard lot of times in a science. Let us see how this chemistry it is to be working with that reactions with the particles. Nuclear reactions. The first induced nuclear reaction was accomplished by none other than Australian physicist Ernst Rutherford, the same guy who bombarded atoms with alpha particles and discovered the nuclear structure of the atom. This is the very ideal and great improvement in the nuclear chemistry. From his experience with the alpha emitters, Rutherford thought that alpha particles might just be energetic enough to breach the nuclear boundary. So he tried and he did it. He succeeded. See that the example which is given on the slide, that is the nitrogen whose atomic number is 7 written in the below and the mass number is the 14 written on the above. When it is bombarded with the alpha particle, that is helium, atomic number 2, mass number 4, there is a formation of oxygen, atomic number 8 and the mass number 17, which is of releasing with the proton. So the famous first artificial induced transmutation, Rutherford induced transmutation bombarding nitrogen gas with our alpha particle from bismuth. Now this is the start, or we can say the story which begins with the nuclear chemistry. Natural transmutation. Till now we have discussed only the transmutations of one nuclei to another by emitting radioactive particles that occur only naturally. So the artificial or induced transmutation, conversion of one element into another element, that is the artificial way through the bombardment of a nucleus. So again that nitrogen nucleus, when it is to be bombarded with one neutron, there is the formation of a carbon whose atomic number is 6, mass number is 14 and the proton which is to be released. So the production of nitrogen from carbon can happen both in atmosphere or artificial induced in the lab. So this is the actually which is to be the chemistry of a nucleus, that natural transmutation which it happens, and it is alchemy. Nuclear reactions, here is another induced transmutation that has been successfully accomplished with the mercury. When it is to be bombarded with one proton, there is the formation of a gold by releasing of a alpha particle. At last, man striving in the studies of alchemy have come to fruit one. Recall what a driving force this was in chemistry and physics. Particle acceleration are required, and but don't go home asking mom of one so you can make your own bottle gold. Both acceleration and energy cost far outweigh the return in gold. Nuclear reactions. Here is an example of nuclear equation. There are two conservation laws used to balance a nuclear equation. One is the conversion of nucleons, tells us that the top numbers must tally on each side of the reaction, and the conversion of charge tells us that the bottom numbers must tally on each side of the reaction. So polonium, when it is to be converted into the lead and the alpha particle, nucleons A, protons Z, A equal to, that is nucleons equal to protons plus N. Nuclear reactions. Now the example, carbon 14 undergoes beta decay to become nitrogen 14. Construct and balance the nuclear reactions such as follows. Carbon, when there is the nuclear reaction which undergoes, there is the formation of nitrogen by releasing the electron. So return the given information down to continue. From the conservation of nucleons number, we see that the electron has a nucleon number of 0. From the periodic table, we see that Z equal to 6 of carbon and Z equal to 7 of nitrogen. From the conservation of charge, we see that the charge of the beta particle must be -1. And finally, don't forget the anti-neutrino for beta decay. This is the exactly the reaction which is of a formation. Nuclear reaction. In a laboratory, when aluminium nuclei are bombarded with alpha particles, the following reaction may take place. Likewise, that alpha particle, when it is to be bombarded with aluminium, there is the formation of a phosphorus whose atomic number is 15 by releasing the one of neutron. This reaction is the example of nuclear fusion, nuclear fission, nuclear radioactive decay, or artificial transmutation. So it is a, what is it? The nuclear reaction. When high energy alpha particle collides with an aluminium 27 nucleus, a nucleus of phosphorus may be produced. Which of the following equation correctly shows that a transmutation? So which is it? Just your example. There are many ways to attack this problem. First of all, alpha particles, not alpha, that is helium 4, not helium 2. Also phosphorus has an atomic number 15, not 14. And secondly, the a proton has Z number of equal not 0. So this is the exactly we have to study accurately. Nuclear reactions. When the isotope aluminium 27 is bombarded with alpha particle, the following nuclear reaction can take place. That alpha particle bombarded with aluminium, there is the formation of X plus neutrons. Which one of the following correctly gives the atomic number and mass number of the following nucleus? X equal to. So that is you have to say. Now first it is a neutron is 1 nucleon and 0 charge. The left side has 31 nucleons. Therefore, element X has a number of 30. Nuclear reactions. The isotope sodium 24 undergoes radioactive decay to the stable isotope of magnesium and complete this reaction equation from this decay, which is of sodium 11, atomic number, mass number 24. There is the formation of a magnesium, that is the 12. The nucleon number is already balanced. The charge on the right side is high. There is two numbers are characterized on the reaction. The process is beta minus decay. Don't forget to anti-neutrino that gives with a beta minus. Nuclear reactions. K capture is a process that occurs when a nucleus captures an electron from the innermost shell of the electron surrounding the nucleus. When K capture occurs in a ion 55, the nucleus is charged into the manganese nucleus, which equation represents this charge. So keep in mind that electron has n equal to 0, z equal to 1, and thus only one of the above choices is possible. So which is it? Just you study and explain. The unified atomic mass unit AMU, that is abbreviated as U. In the world, the nuclear reactions, we have to keep very precise track of the mass of the nuclei if we are to determine the energy of a reaction. 1 U, that is 1 atomic mass unit, 1 upon 12 of the mass of the 1 atom of carbon. So that the 1.660 10 raised to minus 27 kg. The unified mass unit is defined as the mass of the one neutral atom of carbon 6, 1/12 of the mass of the neutral atom of the carbon 6, 1/6 of the mass of the neutral atom of the carbon 6, and the mass of the nucleus of carbon 6, that is 12. Einstein mass energy equivalence relationship. To understand nuclear reactions, we have to use Einstein mass energy equation relationship. In 1905, while developing his special theory of relativity, Einstein made the startling suggestion that energy and mass are equivalent. So E equal to mc square. C is the speed of the light in vacuum. This equation is probably the most famous of all. The E equal to mc square means is that mass and energy are interchangeable. Problem: how many students does it take the power of light bulb? Wanna know that you are worth energy wise. Take this average a student of about 70 kg. So if we turn this whole student from mass into energy, we get E equal to 6.3 into 10 raised to 18 joule and P equal to E upon T, and T equal to E upon P if a typical light bulb is 16 watt. The energy from a student could be lit for the 200 billion years. The unified atomic mass unit expressed in different units, which is shown on a slide. So one atomic unit equal to 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. 1 U can be converted into 1.4 into 10 raised to minus 10 joule, that is 931.5 million ME electron volt energy. Using E equal to mc square, we can convert the unit of mass kg into alternative units. Two situations when we use Einstein's mass energy equivalence relationship is nuclear physics, mass defect and nuclear binding energy. When nucleons bind together to form nucleus, the mass of the nucleus is found to be less than the sum of the masses of the constituent protons and neutrons. On the other hand, sum of the masses of the constituents free protons and neutrons is found to be more than the mass of the original nucleus. The only possible conclusion: mass is converted into energy and energy is converted into mass. Mass defect delta M, difference between the mass of a nucleus and the sum of the masses of its isolated nucleons. The mass defect is therefore masses that transforms the energy according to the Einstein equation, which is released in forming the nucleus from its component particles, and binding energy is the energy required to separate the nucleus into its individual nucleons. The energy that is released in assembling the nucleus from its individual nucleons. Heat, light, higher energy states of the nucleus. Mass defect and the binding energy. Example: label the reactants and the products in the following nuclear reactions. 2 proton, that is H1 plus 2N equal to 4 helium. That is the reactants and the products. Using the table, find the mass defect in the nuclear reactions. In the particle masses, electron is 0.00548, proton is 1.001, each atom is equal to 1.007, neutron that is 1.008, and the helium atom is equal to 4. So the nucleons 2 into 1.007 plus 2 into 1.008, that is equal to 4.03, and the nucleus which is of a unit M1 plus M2 equal to M. The mass defect delta M equal to 4.002603 minus 4.032890, that is equal to minus 0.0330377 atomic mass unit, that is equal to minus 5.4 minus 5.044 10 raised to minus 29 kg. What will the binding energy E be in helium in the nuclear reactions? So that is to be given on the slide. So study it very well, that binding energy equal to 28.32 13 million electron volt. Thus, that helium has less mass than its constituent. Thus, to pull apart the helium and to separate it into its constituents, binding energy equal to 28.13 million electron volt is needed to create that extra mass. Now, let us see about the defect and the nuclear binding energy. So, this diagram which is up showing that helium might be help. So, disassembling helium will require energy and assembling helium will release the energy, which is a clear understanding. Mass defect and nuclear binding energy that you have to practice. Did one ring have binding energy? Of course, one ring to bring them all in the darkness and bind them. So M, which is of greater than M1 plus M2, what happened to that mass defect? Energy corresponding to the mass difference is released as a kinetic energy of the product. So in the slide that is to be explained clearly, mass of thorium, alpha decay, thorium, that alpha emission which is of a formation of a thorium to the radium. Then radium 224 nucleus plus alpha particle, there is the 227.97 mass unit, and the mass defect that is the 0.00589 and binding energy is equal to 5.49 kilo. So what happens to this binding energy? It appears mostly as kinetic energy of the alpha particle. The radium nucleus also recoils slightly. So momentum is converted. Beta decay, aluminum that is 29 decays, and beta emission which is of a form by the silicon. So mass of aluminum 29 nucleus, that is the 28.97 atomic mass unit, and mass of silicon 29 nucleus plus beta particle anti neutrino, that is the 28.96 plus 0.00 plus 0 equal to 28.96. Thus the binding energy it becomes a 3.68. A equal to C plus D, which is of a positive. Here that radium 226.02, radon that is the 222.0, and the alpha particle that is the 4. So M is greater than M1 plus M2, which is for the practice it is to be 4.8438 million electron volts. So the total energy of the left and total energy of the right, that is the mc square equal to mc 1 c square m2 c square, kinetic energy 1 and the kinetic energy 2, that is of the radium and the radon. The mass defect in nuclear reaction A plus B equal to C plus D can be the plus or minus, that is the either. Release energy if delta M equal to Ma plus Mg minus Mc plus Mo, that is the greater than 0. The total amount of the energy released will be E equal to delta mc square in the form of kinetic energy of the product. If there was initial kinetic energy, that will be added to the released energy, and requires energy input if delta M equal to Ma plus Mb minus Mc plus M0, that is less than 0. Nitrogen 14 will transmute only if energy is supplied to it. Collision with fast moving a particle. So the nitrogen when bombarded with alpha particle, there is the formation of oxygen by releasing one of a proton. A particle must have enough kinetic energy to make up for imbalance in masses and to provide the kinetic energy to the product. This energy which is supplied by particle accelerator used to the accelerate the helium nucleus. So this is exactly the delta M equal to Ma plus Mb minus Mc plus M0, which is of a less than 0. So dear students, keep practicing. It's the online study. Improve your communication skill. Stay safe. Stay home. Help as much as possible to your parents and study regular. So this is the online lecture given by me. Study regular. Take care of yourself. Thank you. Thank you very much.